Conor McGregor's return to the UFC octagon remains uncertain, as he won't be assigned an opponent until he's fully ready to fight. UFC CEO Dana White made this clear during a recent Q&A session with fans in Ireland. White addressed rumors about a possible matchup between McGregor and either Michael Chandler or Charles Oliveira, who are set to face off at UFC 309 in November. Initially, Chandler was supposed to be McGregor's comeback opponent. The two had even agreed to coach on The Ultimate Fighter as part of the build-up to their fight, which was originally scheduled for UFC 303 in June. However, after a series of delays and McGregor's eventual withdrawal, Chandler opted to move forward with a rematch against Oliveira instead. White, however, remains non-committal about who McGregor will fight upon his return, emphasizing that everything hinges on when the former champion is actually ready to step back into the octagon. "It's going to be determined when Conor comes back, who the opponent is," White said. "Whenever Conor is ready and he comes back. He hit me up last night when he heard I was here in Dublin. He's in New York right now and he's training." This statement marks a significant shift from the last 18 months, during which McGregor had been set to face Chandler following their time on The Ultimate Fighter. Unfortunately, a series of issues prevented McGregor from making his long-awaited return. One major hurdle was McGregor's temporary withdrawal from the UFC's anti-doping program, while recovering from a broken leg sustained in his 2021 bout against Dustin Poirier. The UFC requires athletes to undergo 6 months of drug testing before returning to competition, meaning McGregor faced delays in re-entering the program. The situation worsened in June when McGregor was slated to fight Chandler, but an injury to his foot, a broken pinky toe, forced him to pull out of UFC 303. There had been rumors of McGregor returning to the octagon before the end of 2023, but Dana White later confirmed that the Irish superstar wouldn't be back until 2025. As a result, Chandler chose not to wait around any longer and booked his November fight with Oliveira, leaving McGregor's next opponent up in the air. Now McGregor must first commit to a return date before the UFC begins planning his next fight, which would be his first in almost 4 years. The uncertainty surrounding McGregor's return has left fans eagerly awaiting news, but for now, it seems that his comeback is still some time away. While he remains a dominant figure in the sport, both McGregor and the UFC must navigate his recovery, training, and necessary drug testing before he can be matched with another fighter. Until then, the UFC is taking a cautious approach, refusing to speculate on his next opponent until everything is set in stone.